Welcome back, students. And first lecture already I learned the basics of current electricity. So let me quickly revise what we have learned yesterday. So first we have learned like the behavior of electron in a wire when no field is applied and when field is applied, right? When no field is applied, they are moving randomly. They have thermal velocity, thermal speed of around 10 power 5. They move very high, but they frequently they colliding. So net displacement is actually almost zero. So the average velocity of all these electrons becomes what? Zero when no field is applied. When field is applied, they experience the electric force in one particular direction. So they get aligned and moves in one direction, right? So we gain a net velocity. That velocity is called drift velocity, right? So what we have learned yesterday. First we have learned drift velocity, Vd. This is a vector quantity, right? Yes. And how the formula came here? Minus EE. This is a force by mass and tau was the time, correct? This was a drift velocity. Then we have learned current also, current in a wire. Current general formula like this way, Q by T, right? But how we learned here? And E, A and what Vd in terms of what? Drift velocity, right? This we have learned. And after this, from this formula only we have calculated the resistance of the wire. So how resistance came, if you remember? Resistance. Okay. How resistance came? So resistance was like this one, rho, simple formula, rho L by A we calculated. And what was rho here? Resistivity. Okay. Resistivity, we writing rho symbol, this symbol. So this value was what? What's the value of what? Rho. That was a little important. So this was m upon n e square and tau. And you see all things are constant here. I will write separately about resistance, resistivity, few more things, that their dependence on temperature and other things. Okay, these things already we have learned. Okay, yes. Now 2-3 more small definitions we have to learn. Then I will do problems on these. Okay. Yes. So one term you have to learn is called something called, this already we have learned, okay, these things. Yes. Something called current density. They write a capital J symbol, is a vector quantity. Two more terms we will define. One is called current density, one is called mobility, to understand the current concept, okay. So current density is what? How is defined? They said is the current flowing on through a unit area of cross section, okay, of a wire. So current per unit area, this is what your simply your current density. So how you define this? You say that J is equal to vector, you can write like small current flowing through a small area, you can write in differential format like this one, or large current flowing, then simply you can simply I by A also you can write, okay, like this way also. So here we should write a vector here, like current is not a vector, so you can write vector direction like this way, okay, unit vector. So I am saying this is a magnitude form I am writing. So what is current here? Look at the current is this much, N E A V D by A get cancelled. So this is a main formula current. I am writing other format also. J becomes what? Watch carefully. Let's put the value of Vd here. A got cancelled, N E and Vd. This is your Vd. So E m and tau, correct. So if you watch carefully, n e square m, right now, n e square tau m, what is this? This is what? Resistivity, correct na? So this part is simply resistivity. So you can also write J is also equal to 1 by rho into what? E. You can write this way, or you can up. This is a resistivity, and opposite of resistivity is called what? Conductivity, right? I can write here itself, conductivity. We call sigma, which is one thing what? 1 by rho. So if you want to write formula, this formula, n e square tau by what? N. Opposite of resistivity is called what? Conductivity, right now? Yes. So watch carefully, J, or you can write J sigma and E. This is an important relation. Current density also equal to what? 1 by rho, means resistivity into what? Electric field vector we should write, okay. Yes, or you can write current density also equal to what? Conductivity into what? Your electric field. So this formula is also called what? this formula also called what? Is called microscopic form of Ohm's law. How general write Ohm's law? Resistance is what? V by I. That's Ohm's law. This is called what? Microscopic forms of the Ohm's law. Okay. So this is a little important. I will discuss numerical on this. Okay. Yes. Okay. So these things are yesterday's things. These are starting today. Okay. So one current density I defined. So one more term I defined is called mobility. Mu symbol we write for mobility. Okay. Yes. So what is this mobility? This relate what your electric field and what your drift velocity. Okay. So how did they define it? It says that is drift velocity per unit electric field. Okay, I am writing just symbol only. What is mobility? Is the drift velocity per unit electric field. Drift velocity by electric field. This ratio is called what? Mobility. Mathematically, how you will write? Mu is equal to what? Drift velocity by what? Electric field. Let me write few more point here. You should write that. What I forget here? This is a vector quantity, right? Now, first thing, vector quantity, right? And I forget to write the unit. Okay. So what is unit? Tell me. SI unit. What is SI unit or what? Current density. Simplest unit you can write from here. This formula is current by area. So how they define? Ampere meter square. Watch carefully. Current by area. Current we writing ampere and what? Meter inverse, right now. So this is what your SI units. Okay. Let's come here now. So mobility I am saying, and we want to define the mobility. So this is the definition of mobility. Mobility is what? Drift velocity by electric field. This ratio is called what? Mobility. And these definitions already I discussed in what? Semiconductor also, right now. Okay. Now if you want to see the unit of this guy, what will unit? Look here, unit. Give attention. We write in terms of what? Potential. How? So watch carefully. Mu. Drift velocity is what? Velocity only. Velocity unit we know what? Meter per second, right? I am writing just electric field. I am writing in terms of what? Potential. At starting we have learned what's electric field and potential relation. That electric field is what? Potential by length, right? Yes. So I am writing here potential means what? Volt, correct? And length goes up, right now? Yes, length goes up, so become meter. So what is unit coming? Like meter square per volt per second, right now? Yes. So I am writing now. What is unit? Meter square per volt per second. This is what your SI unit or what? Mobility. Okay. Yes. These are not much important. Okay. Because in this chapter we have mainly practicals like potentiometer, meter bridge, and these things which are what? More important from exam point of view. Still we learning. These are all our basics. Okay. This is done. These two definitions I was supposed to tell you, and we have done them, right? Okay. Now I will discuss some more about what? Resistance and resistivity. Before that, let's see. Some questions has been asked in our exam about like current density, this mobility, and how this depends upon what? Area of cross section. Okay, that's a very important question was asked. So suppose you have a wire. Watch carefully. This is a wire of some varying cross section. It's a wire of what? Varying cross section. This is area A1, this is area A2, and it's given that, what is given that A2 is what? Greater than A1. Correct, this is given. Suppose current is flowing in some direction. This is the direction of current entering here, leaving from here. Okay. Then what happens? How they ask? Suppose they give some values here. Here is suppose current at this point is what? I1, density is what? Current density is what? J1, electric field is E1, and what else? Mobility is what? Mu1, drift velocity is Vd1, and at this point just write like I2, J2, E2, mu2, and what? Vd2. If you watch carefully, 5 things you have in front of you. Okay, current, density, electric field, mobility, drift velocity. Okay, that how this depends on area of cross section. Okay. If you want to write some heading, you can write to understand this. I am just doing directly because this was asked as a question to us. So, area of cross section dependence, right now. How these things depends on what area of cross sections, okay, these 5 things that we have discussed already, right now. Okay, first thing, watch about current. Current does not depends on area of cross section, because you have one wire, whatever current enters from this side, that current should leave from the other side. Kirchhoff's law we'll learn later, which says that we cannot accumulate current, whatever current entering, that should be leaving, right now. So current does not depends on what area of cross. First point, your I1 is equal to what? I2. It means current doesn't depends on what area of cross section, okay, for the given wire, okay. So current does not depend upon area of cross section, right? This is important, okay. See, now look here, next things, current, density, electric field and drift velocity, these 3 has exactly same relation, okay. They are what, like suppose you want to see, let's see, this is current density. What is current density formula? Current by area. Current is same, current is exactly same, so area is what increasing here, area increasing means current density will reduce. So these 3 things I am writing together them, what? J, electric field and what? Drift velocity also, these 3 things, okay. Okay, I am saying correct only, I think, okay. So let me write first, okay, what I am saying, electric field, yes, electric field only, and because if you watch carefully, why electric field, okay, J you have understood, current density you understood that the inversely varies with what area, because look at formula, current is what, current density is what, current by area, current is constant at this point and this point, so J and area are what, inversely proportional, right, okay. Now I am saying what happened to electric field, then look at any relations here, this sigma or rho, these are permanent constant, right now, that doesn't depends on area of cross section. I will explain these things even more. So whatever happening to G, that happening to E also. So electric field and your current density, then I am saying drift velocity. Look at the drift velocity formula, okay, or look at this formula here also, watch carefully, okay. Current is constant, yes, constant, number of people is constant, right, E is a constant, then you see drift velocity and area becomes what, inversely proportional. So directly I am saying these 3 things, Vd, what, current density, electric field and drift velocity, all are what, inversely proportional to what, area, clear, all 3 things, okay. Current doesn't depends on area, so current at this point and this point will be same, and these 3 things are inversely proportional to what, area. This is very important question, okay. Yes, so what relation, right, where it will be more, obviously here it will be more, less area, more. So J1 is, for the given question suppose J1 is what, greater than J2, electric field E1 will be greater than E2, and drift velocity at this point is what, more than what, drift velocity at this point, clear, okay. Then last point is what, I said is what, 5 things I am talking, current I have done, these 3 things I have done. Now this point, mobility, okay, yes. So watch mobility formula, drift velocity by what, electric field. How drift velocity varies, inversely proportional to area. How electric field varies, inversely proportional to area. It means what, your mobility also does not varies, it's just like what, current. So if you want to write here itself, instead of here you can write mobility also does not depends on area of cross section. So these 2 are not changing, these 3 things are what, inversely proportional, okay. Yes, current and mobility will not vary, okay, but these will what, vary for the given wire, okay. Yes, okay. So okay, this is one important question I have done. After that what I will do, I want to do some more things about what, resistance and resistivity, because it's an important, and like they ask here questions also, numericals and temperature effect, that's an important point, okay. So I will discuss all about that. So I am writing once more what, resistance and resistivity, okay. Resistance, let's write R, okay. So look here, once more, resistance formula is in front of you, resistance is called rho L into A, correct now? This is general formula. Resistance you can also say in terms of potential, and this which Ohm's law you can also say V by I, yes you can say, no problem. And rho value also, you know, rho is what, this much right now, okay. Now watch carefully, Suppose you draw a graph between what? If you draw a graph between V versus I, correct na? For conductors, current between what? The graph between voltage and current for the given wire. We are talking about good conductors, then they becomes what? Almost proportional, right now, according to Ohm's law. This is Ohm's law. Okay, V by I, this ratio is a constant, that's called what? Resistance, right now? Correct. Okay, now watch carefully what happens. This is a V and I curve, correct? So watch carefully, slope of VI curve. If you take the slope of this curve, what? Potential versus current curve, slope will give, means this by that gives what? Your resistance. Slope on V and I curve gives what? Resistance of that wire. Give attention. What it gives? It gives what? Resistance. Okay. Yes. Slope of V and I curve give what? Resistance. Right. Now watch carefully. What if you calculate area below this curve? Area below a VI curve. This point mainly will come little later when we learn power thing. But still I am telling you. One point is what? Slope. Other point is what? Area below what? VI curve. Area means multiplication of these two things, V into I, voltage into current, that's called what? Power. So this gives what? Power consumed. Okay, important thing? Yes, important. I will discuss once I tell you temperature effect. One question was asked on this. So slope of V and I curve gives what? Resistance. Okay, and area below this V and I curve gives what? You power consumed, because V into I is, that's called what? Power. Okay, yes. Now, after this, small questions I do, shortcut questions, okay. Some very important shortcut I will discuss with you. They ask questions based on resistance, okay. So, I write some name like, okay, first let me tell you that resistance depends upon what and does not depends upon what, okay. So, resistance depend only on what? Depend upon what? Length, area, correct na? So, depends upon what? If you say physical dimensions, right now, physical dimensions of wire, yes, resistance depends on length and area, means these are called physical dimensions. Depends on resistivity, means nature of the material. Depends on what? Nature of the wire or material, whatever material you have, correct. And also depends on what? Temperature. And what depends? Three things I am talking here. Depends on what? Temperature. So temperature write very soon now. So resistance depends on what? Physical dimensions of the wire, means length, area, volume, these things. It depends on nature of the material, means resistivity. Who tell you nature? Resistivity. And temperature. What is the temperature of that wire? But if you talk resistivity, rho, resistivity, let me write resistivity formula is what? Rho is what? Here you wrote. Where is rho? Here. Okay, ji. M mass and E square and tau. Here we see all things are what? Constant for the given wire. Okay, yes. So resistivity depends only what? Does not depends on physical dimension. There are no physical dimensions coming like length, area, these are not coming. So does not depend. This depends. Okay, does, okay, let me write properly. Does not depend upon physical dimensions like length, area, volume, but depends on what? Upon nature, yes, nature, and what? Also temperature. So just see, resistance depends upon three things: your physical dimensions, length, area, and these things coming. Also depends upon the nature, because rho tell you the nature of the wire, and what? Temperature. But resistivity does not depends on physical dimensions. Important, depends upon what? Nature and the temperature of the wire. Clear? Haan ji. So these two things I want to show separately how they behave with temperature. Before that, I am telling some important shortcuts. Two questions are very important based on what? Resistance. Okay. So this is called like how they ask questions. Okay, I am discussing shortcut which help you to save your time. How they ask, one wire will be given to you of some length L and area of cross section A. Now what they do, they will stretch this wire or they will compress this wire. Generally they will stretch only, okay. So when you stretch a wire, its length will increase and radius will decrease, means area of cross section will decrease. So say they say that I have wire of length L, I am stretching so that length get doubled, length get tripled, length become 4 times. Then they say what is the new resistance, okay. So how to calculate, look here. So I am writing, these are some shortcuts, okay. So first shortcut like stretching and compressing, I give some name randomly from my side only. Stretching of wire, you can compress also. So suppose you have wire, let me write few words, then I will explain you actually how it's coming, okay. If a wire is stretched n times of its original length, okay. If a wire is stretched by what, n times of its original length, n is like double, triple, okay, then its resistance will be increased by what, n square times. If wire is stretched by n times, then resistance will increase by n square times. So your new resistance R dash is what, n square times of the original resistance R. This is happening when you are stretching a wire. Actually how this answer coming, let me explain now, okay. You have a wire of length L, of area A, resistance R, correct? Yes. So when you stretch a wire, you stretch n times of its original length, correct? New resistance R dash you want to calculate. When you stretching length, new length is given to you like n times, means like double, triple, something, okay. Yes, obviously. So area I don't know, but you know what will not change is volume. Here volume of wire V, volume, here also volume is what, V only, right? Volume doesn't change. So what you do, this formula you write in terms of volume. How? Resistance is equal to rho L into A. Why we writing in terms of volume? Because volume not changing. Here we know length, but we don't know about area. Correct? Area we removing. So how we removing area? Whatever you don't know, that you multiply here. Area into what? Sorry. What we know? We know length, so multiply by length and length. We are getting rho L square by what? Volume. Now watch carefully. Rho is a constant. When stretching wire, rho not changing. Volume not changing. Then resistance is directly proportional to what? Length square. Correct? So length, new length is like n times of L. So it's increased by what? N times. Hope you understood this. Yes. We know length here, we don't know area. So area terms we are removed, and we know what here, that volume will not change when you stretch a wire, when you compress a wire. Okay. So this is clear now, that if a wire is stretched by n times of original length, correct, then resistance will increase by what? N square times. You have double the length of the wire, 2L, then resistance will increase by 4 times. Okay. Yeah. Now same question they can ask you in terms of what? Radius also. Correct. So let's see. When you stretching a wire, what happen is length will increase and radius will decrease, right now? So same idea only I say, like how they say in terms of radius. If a wire is stretched so that its radius, oh it's looking very bad, or its radius decreases, okay, or radius becomes 1 by nth of initial radius. Correct na? Radius become like 1 by nth, may like become r, initial radius suppose small r, then small r by n, right? Yes, reduced by r by 2, r by 3, something. When you stretching, obviously the radius will reduce. Okay, radius reduce, then what will happen? Then is resistance will increase by what? N power 4 times. Resistance will increase by what? N power 4 times. Your new resistance will be R dash will be what? N power 4 times of what? Original resistance R. So if you want to understand this, exactly same way you have to do. Look here, I'm doing calculation here only. Watch carefully. This already I have done. Okay. This is what your original resistance rho into L by A. Again, you're stretching what you know. This time you know radius. That radius, new radius is what? R by what? N. Now, so suppose initial radius you calling here small r. Okay. Then here radius become what? R by N. Length we don't know. Okay. But we know again that volume will not change when you're stretching and compressing a wire. Okay. So here what we don't know is length. Let's remove length. So what you do, multiply by area and divide by what? Area. You are getting rho volume by area square. Volume constant, rho constant. So you see resistance and area are what? Inversely square proportional. Resistance and area are inversely square proportional, means radius will be r power 4 proportional, because area is what? Again pi r square, right now. So resistance and radius becomes how they become? Resistance proportional to what? R power what? 4. Radius reduced by n times, resistance will increase by what? N times. So remember that when you stretch a wire, always resistance will increase. Length may be given, radius may be given, right? Same way, if I say they compress the wire, okay? They say compress the wire, then resistance will decrease. In stretching, I'm talking like stretching, resistance is increasing. Same way, if they say compressing, means resistance will decrease. So they can say again both way. I compress a wire so that length becomes half of the initial. So this n will become in down, like r by n power n square. Okay, resistance will be reduced. Here same way, resistance will reduce, so r by n power 4 where answer will come, right? Okay, this is what stretching of the wire is a very important shortcut. You should remember them directly. Okay, like this way or that way, radius way or length way. Stretching, and opposite of this is what? Compressing. So everything will be opposite. Okay. Apart from this, there is one more important question, error problem. Okay, our problem, error. Error I teach you in every topic of physics right now, from starting to the last. So what happens now? They gives error, and very simple question they ask. How they ask you? And we're talking about what? Small errors, right? Error we have two types, big error and small error. Hope you remember them. So I'm talking here small error right now. Small errors means up to like 10%, right now, up to 10%. Big error also can be given. Yes. So we were talking about like small error. Okay, error means small errors we are talking up to what? 10%. So what I wrote previously here, actually I wrote assuming that area and if length they're talking, then area is given constant, but they're not asking like this way. Generally they ask like volume remains constant, like what you have done here. Same way, look here, rho is what? L A, right now. So suppose either the error in length will be given or error in what? Radius and area will be given, correct? So watch carefully. Suppose error in length is given, then how you convert this formula in terms of length? You multiply by length, so it become L square, down becomes what? Volume, length by length. Okay, so length is a constant. In that case, resistance proposed to what? Length square. Yes, big error we have discussed already, right? Resistance increased by what? N square times, right? Now look here, if length has error of x%, then your resistance will has what error? 2x%. Resistance proposed to what? Length square. Right now, small errors, hope you remember. So if length has error of x%, means they say length is increased by 3%, then resistance will increase by what? 6%, right? Small errors we are talking. Big error already we have done. Okay, and same formula, right? In terms of volume, then you multiply by, in terms of means a radius of the wire, you multiply by area and divide by area, you get rho volume by area square, constant. So resistance inversely proportional to area square. Area is again pi r square, so inversely proportional to what? R power 4. So if they say that if radius has error of x%, then your resistance will has the error of what? 4 times of the x%, right? Yes, these are the basic error questions. All you have done. Okay, so these were some shortcuts that you need. Okay, now we'll talk about like temperature effect on what? Resistance and resistivity. Okay, yes. A small thing I forgot to tell you, that resistance unit everybody knows ohm only. Resistivity is what? Ohm meter, right now? Ohm meter, right? What is the unit of resistivity? Ohm meter. How is coming? You can see resistance formula. Rho is what? Area in resistance into area by length. Area means meter square by meter, that become meter. So ohm meter. And if you want to write conductivity, which is opposite of resistivity, you can just write 1 by ohm meter. Okay, yes. So here now we are learning temperature effect. Okay, that's important question. Temperature effect on resistance and resistivity both. Okay, how temperature will affect your resistance and resistivity. Okay, so to understand this, we divide into two groups. One we say for conductor and metals, and miss good metals and conductors, and one we say for like a semiconductor and what? Insulators. Okay, so let's talk about point A. For conductors, okay, and you say good metals, right now, which conduct easily. For them, how the resistance and resistivity will vary with what? Temperature. So what is the answer? Inversely proportional. Okay, no, directly, sorry, here I said inversely. Okay, so how the resistance and resistivity will change with temperature for these conductors and good metal? What is the answer? Directly proportional. Temperature increase, resistance will also increase. Okay, so I am writing in words. Resistance and resistivity both are directly proportional to what? Proportional to what? Temperature. If temperature is increased, the resistance and resistivity of what? Conductors and good metals will increase. Okay, yes. Why this increase? Let's understand. Okay, first let me tell you why is increasing. Because let's write resistivity formula rho. Rho is what? What is formula rho? M. Watch carefully. M N A square and a tau. That is the resistivity. Okay. So now temperature increase. When temperature of the wire is increased, what happens? This not changing. Mass of the electrons cannot change. Charge cannot change. Two things will change. What? N and what? Tau. What will happen? Your N, number of free electrons will increase, but this effect will not be significant because already all the electrons in conductors, they are what? Free only. So when heating them, few extra electrons we get, free electrons, but that doesn't affect your number because already we have around 10 per 28 number of the free electrons per meter cube. Okay, huge number of electrons are already there. When you heat, some extra electrons will gain. So number of electrons will increase, density will increase. This, okay. But more significant effect is what? This tau. The relaxation time will decrease because you are supplying heat. Heat means these electrons gaining what? Thermal kinetic energy. So they moves what? Faster. So then if the electrons moving faster, the time taken between the collision is what? Reduced. Hope you are understanding. You are supplying, raising temperature means what? You are heating that metal right now, that wire. If you are heating that, the electrons which are moving, they will gain what? Thermal kinetic energy, heat, right now. If they are gaining thermal kinetic energy, then their velocity will be increased. RMS velocity we calling, or you call that drift velocity also, that will be increased. Velocity increase, the time taken between the collision will be reduced. So time is, this tau is what? The time taken between what? Collision, right now. That's called relaxation time. So this time will be reduced and this effect will be more significant. So this effect is what? Less significant, and this is what? More significant. Which effect is more powerful here? In this case, this effect, tau. Okay. So now tau is reduced, resistance, resistivity will increase. Correct now? So what happening as tau is reduced, it means what? Resistivity will increase. Resistivity increasing means resistance will increase because L and area will not change with temperature. Okay, there are small change happens between neglect them. So resistance of the wire will also increase the same ratio. Here watch careful, two things are happening. One thing is increasing. If this is increasing, that should decrease, correct? Yes, but this effect is what? Negligible, very small change, okay? Main powerful effect is what? Tau, okay? Yes, we are heating wire, the electrons gaining thermal kinetic energy, so their speed is what? Increase. Speed increase, then time taken between collision is what? Reduce. So we say relaxation time is reduced, so resistivity will increase. So same way resistance should also increase, correct? Okay, so suppose you want to write as a formula, then how you can write? Resistance at any temperature RT is equal to initial resistance, right? R naught, okay? 1 plus alpha into what? Del T. This is a resistance formula, right? So let me explain this. So this is what your initial resistance, right? Initial resistance. This is resistance at some temperature T, okay? T degrees Celsius, right now you are heating that wire to some temperature, and alpha is called constant. It's a constant, it's coefficient of temperature, right now, right? It's a constant for a particular metal, alpha will be constant, and del T is a change in temperature, right? Change in temperature, because del T coming here, so unit doesn't matter. You can talk in degrees Celsius, you can talk in what? Kelvin. Whenever you say the change in temperature in any formula, means unit will not matter there, okay? In all unit the answer will be same, so you can call it degrees Celsius, okay? So look here, because there is a plus sign here, this term is a positive term, so always this value will be what? More than this. Yes, correct. Okay, so alpha, what's the unit of alpha? They can ask in exam. Unit is what? Look here, this term is added, 1 plus alpha del T, correct na? Two terms are added. We remember the rule from first chapter that two terms are added means they should have what? Same dimension. Okay, one has no dimension because just a number, so alpha should be 1 by T. So what is the unit of alpha? Is 1 by, you can say, per degree Celsius, like, okay, right? Or you can say Kelvin also. I am writing little wrong. This is called degree per degree Celsius, or you can say what? Per Kelvin also, no problem, okay? Inverse of the temperature. Okay, same way you will write what? Your resistivity also, right? Resistivity at any temperature R, rho at T is equal to rho naught initial 1 plus alpha and del T. All meaning remains same, correct? Initial resistivity at some temperature T, okay, constant, and what? Change in temperature, right? Okay, if you want to draw the curve, okay, for good metal how resistance and resistivity will increase, this side either you can write R or you can write rho also, right? And this side you are writing what? Temperature, correct? Then how it looks? Graph start from origin? No, because everybody has some initial resistance and resistivity, right now. So graph start from what? Here, right? You can call it like R naught or rho naught, your choice, initial. Then your heating's almost proportional curve like that way, okay? Yes. So this is what your resistance or resistivity also you can say versus temperature, both vary same way with temperature. So both curve and both formula also look what? Same way, right? Okay. Now what we will do? Same thing, okay. I do a question here. A question was asked in our exam. Look here, this was asked that a VI curve was given to you, okay. This is a curve between voltage versus current, and two graphs were given, like graph A and graph B. Okay, this is given theta 1 angle and that was given theta 2 angle. This has temperature T1, this has temperature T2, and that's, okay, has resistance. Okay, we don't understand this. So this question was, they asked that for a given metal something or wire, two graphs are drawn between voltage versus current at temperature T1, at temperature T2, and they said that identify that what's the correct relation, means which temperature is more, T1 is more than T2 or T2 is more than T1, or they are equal. So I will tell you, already we discussed that the slope of this curve gives what? Resistance, right? And they said this graph is for what? Metal or good conductor, right now? Yes. Slope of this curve gives what? Resistance, correct? So first tell me who has more slope. Obviously this graph has more slope. Yes, let's call resistance R2, this call you R1. So obviously this has more slope that curve, means R2 is what? Bigger than what? R1. Correct? Now, resistance and temperature are what? Proportional. More the temperature, more the resistance. R2 is bigger than R1, it means what? T2 is what? Bigger than T1. So which temperature is big? T2 is big. Hope you understood this example. Okay, very nice question. Okay. Temperature effect for conductors and good metals we have done. Now same thing we do for what now? Semiconductor and insulators. Okay. So for semiconductors and insulators. Okay. Okay. So conductors and metal, we seen that resistance and resistivity both are proportional to what? Temperature. Temperature increase, the relaxation time is reduced, so that resistance and resistivity both are increased. Now watch carefully. Here it will be what? Inversely proportional. Correct na? Your resistance R and resistivity rho. Okay, both will decrease. Both will decrease with what? Rise in what? Temperature. Here both values will decrease when temperature of the wire is increased. Correct na? Why is decrease I said. Okay, let's see here. Again, what is formula? Watch carefully. Rho is equal to what? M N E square and tau. Correct? Temperature increased, mass will not change, E will not change, right? Correct? So watch carefully, same thing will happen. What we seen that when temperature increased, what will happen? What happened to N? N will increase and your tau will what? Decrease. Same thing, okay? What I wrote here, same thing. But here what effect is more powerful? That's important. Here which effect was more powerful? This one, tau. But here this is more significant. This effect is what? More significant. Why? Recently we have learned our semiconductor topic, right? We have learned that at room temperature there are very less number of the free electrons and holes, right, in a semiconductor. So it doesn't conduct, it behaves like an insulator. But we supply little heat, little energy, then it generate large number of the free electrons or hole, right now. So it behaves like a conductor now. So what happens when you supply heat to a semiconductor? Initially it has very less number of the free electrons, right? When you supply heat, large number of the free electrons or holes are what? Generated. Okay, large number of. And here we said that this effect is not powerful because already all the electrons are free only there. Okay, when you heat, few people are extra generated, this effect is what? Not powerful. This effect was powerful because they were colliding frequently. Here this effect is powerful because initially they have very less number of the free electrons and hole. When we heat them, large number of the electrons and hole are generated. Okay, first thing. And this is not powerful. This is not powerful because they are initially very less people. So generally they are not even colliding. Okay, very less people. So the collision is what? Very less. So this effect is what? Not powerful. Okay, this effect is what? Not significant, right now. So who is the significant here? Number of the electrons and hole generated when you heat them, right? So if N is increased, resistivity will decrease. So what happening? Temperature increase once more. N is what? Increase. Your resistance will decrease. Resistivity will decrease. So resistance will also decrease. Both will what? Decrease in this case. Yes. Okay. So watch carefully. If you want to draw, you want to write formula like this way, how you wrote here. Yes, you can write the new resistance at some temperature RT is equal to initial resistance 1 minus alpha into del T. That's all. This term becomes what? This is called temperature coefficient. It becomes what? Negative here. Here is what? Positive. So this is what? Remember that temperature coefficient is what? Positive in case of what? Your good metals and conductor, and this is what? Negative in case of what? Semiconductor and what? Insulator. Okay, same formula you want to write this also, no problem. You write rho T is equal to rho initial 1 minus alpha into what? Del T. Same, correct? Just minus came here from that formula. So this coefficient is what? Negative. Be careful. Okay, yes, negative, write it carefully. The temperature coefficient for semiconductor and what insulator is what negative in nature. Okay. Okay. If you want to draw graph, how graph will look? So this is a graph between what your resistance or rho also you can say versus what temperature. So here you see that inversely proportional, it will decrease. Yes, so everybody has some initial. Yes, this value initial, then it will what almost decreasing. So inverse curve will come. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now temperature effect we have learned. So if you see like two categories we have divided, like good metals and conductor, their resistance will increase with temperature. Insulator and semiconductor, their resistance will decrease with what temperature, right? We have some other metal also, like some material also whose resistance generally doesn't change what with what temperature. Okay. Yes. So I will talk about them also a little. I will give basic idea, but first what we do, that's not important actually. So we do know problems on this. We have learned many things, small things. So we'll do some numerical on these problems. Then I will continue to the next topic where we have to solve the combination of resistances. Okay, resistance in series and parallel. Then we will learn Kirchhoff's laws. Okay, so let's do some numerical problems on these things. Okay. Okay, so let's do few problems based on what we have learned so far. So first question, how many electrons will be passing through a wire per minute in order to have a current of what 8 ampere? Okay, current given to you, they are asking how many electrons are passing through the wire per minute. So current is what? Rate of flow of charge Q by T, correct? What is total charge? Number of the electrons into charge of each electron is what? E by what? Time T. Q means what? Total charge. So what is total charge? How many electrons you have into charge of what? Each electron. So they are asking how many electrons are passing, and we have to calculate. So this is what your N will be current into time by what? Charge of each electron, right? Current is given 8 ampere, time they said per minute, so 60 seconds, and charge we know 1.6 into 10 power what? Minus 19. Clear? Yes. This become 48, correct? So I am writing 4.8 into 10 power 2 minus 19 goes up, become plus 19, 10 power 21 by what? 1.6. This goes what? 3 times, so 3 into 10 power 21. This is the number of the electron that should pass through a wire in order to produce what? That much current. Okay. So basic what? Current is what? Rate of flow of charge. Okay. Let's see second question. So this is done. Current through a wire is given by this equation. So variable current is given, it varies with time, 2 plus 3t. Calculate the total charge that passes in what? 10 seconds. Okay. Yes. So charge they are asking, and current equation given means same formula, right? In terms of like I is equal to what? dq by dt, differential format. Here you have to find charge. So rearrange this, dq is what? I into what? dt, and integration on what? Both sides, right? Yes, because we're finding charge. So current equation given 2 plus 3t into what? dt, integration 0 to what? 10 seconds they are asking. Okay, first 10 seconds. So let's differentiate this. What this comes? 2 becomes 2t, this becomes 3t square by what? 2, and 0 to what? 10, correct? Okay, let's put these limits. So when you put 10, this becomes what? 20 plus, and this becomes 10 square means 100 by 2 is what? 50, it means 150, minus, when you put 0 here becomes 0, when you put 0, 0, correct? So I think I did correct only. Let's check once more. 2 is 2t and 3t square by 2, correct only. 10 is putting here, that become 20, 10 square that become 100, 300 by 2 is what? 150, correct only. Okay, so what is the answer of this? 170 coulombs, right? Because finding charge, SI unit is, you know what? Coulomb. Okay. Yes. So current equation given, you can find charge. Charge equation given, you can find what? Current by differentiating it. Okay. Okay. Let's move on. Third equation. So about resistance, it said that at room temperature 0 degree, resistance of wire is given 100 ohm. Okay. R not given to you, initial resistance. Find the rise in temperature. The resistance was found to be 117 ohm. Okay. Initial temperature given, final at some temperature also given. They are asking what is the rise in temperature required, and alpha also given. The temperature coefficient also given to you. I think I did a mistake here. It should be like -4. -14 is too small. -4, I think that should be correct. Okay. Yes. So correct that. Let's see. So you see R at some temperature is what? Initial temperature 1 plus alpha into del T. They are asking what is the rise in temperature required, right? Okay. So let's rearrange this equation. We have to find del T. So it's simple. This is given 117 is equal to 100, 1 plus alpha into what? Del T, right? This goes that side, so it becomes what? 1.17 is equal to 1 plus alpha into del T. Alpha into del T becomes 0.17, 1 goes that side, okay? So we need del T, so this is your final answer. Del T will be 0.17 by alpha. Alpha is what? 1.7. 1.7 to 10 power minus 4. This you can write 0.17 into 10 power minus 5. So it's getting 10 power what? 5 degrees Celsius, right now. This is the rise in temperature, okay, required. Check it, because sometimes what I do, I'm in flow, so I can do calculations mistake, okay. So please check and put in the comment if I do any calculation mistake, okay. Yes. Okay. Question number 4, let's see. If a wire is stretched, okay, so that length is 20% more than what? Initial length, okay. Error question given, big error question, okay. Yes, find the percentage change in the water resistance. So these questions I'm doing with each and every topic of physics. Hope you understand that how to do them. So wire is stretched, length increased by 20%. You're writing resistance what? Rho L into what? A, correct. So resistance and length relation given, but area they're not talking, so area I have to remove. And we know that when we stretch or compress a wire, volume will not change. So convert this formula in terms of volume. You multiply by L, divide by L, so you get rho L square upon what? Volume, constant. So the how resistance and length varies? Square proportional. Now we're writing your big error concept. Initial resistance R, new resistance calling R dash. Initial length is L square. New length is what? Increased by 20%. So what is new length? Directly 1.2. Hope you remember these shortcuts. 1.2 times of L. The students who are watching this video first time, they may not be knowing how to use this shortcut. So I am explaining in short that suppose initial value was X. They say that I'm increasing this value by 20%. What is new value? Then how you write? X dash will be X plus 20% of X. So that becomes X plus 0.2 of X means 1.2 times of X. Okay. So what is direct shortcut? Something increased by 20%. What's the new value? 1.2 times of the original value, right? If you decrease by 20%, what is the answer? 0.8 times of the original, right? So here I said initial resistance R, new resistance R dash, initial length was L. Suppose length is increased by 20%. So what is new length? 1.2 times of the L. Okay. Yes. So this becomes simply 1 upon 12 square is what? 44, right? So R dash is coming how much? 1.44 times of R. Directly again you will understand that 0.44 time more than what? Initial. So what is it? 0.44 into what? 100. What is the answer? 44% more. Correct? Your answer is coming. Final answer, that final resistance is 1.44 times of initial resistance. What's the meaning of this? 44% more. Okay. Yes. So what is the answer of this question? 44% is increased. Okay. That was question number 4. Let's see question number what? 5. The number of electrons per 10 millimeter of a wire is given to you. Number of the electrons given. The average drift speed of the electron is about 0.25 millimeter per second given. Find the current. Okay. So general formula writing current is what? NEAVD. This formula in terms of what? Drift velocity. Current in terms of charge here, right? Okay. So look here. What is given to you? Give attention. Drift velocity is given directly to you. Yes, given it here. And what else given? Charge we know. Area they are not given. They have given, this is what? Number density, number of the electrons per meter cube, right? Per unit volume. This is not given. What is given to you? The number of electrons per unit length is given. For every 10 mm number is given. So how you will do this? Watch carefully. This N is what? This is the number of the electrons per unit volume, right now? Yes. E, A and VD, right now. So volume also equal to what? Area into what? Length of the wire. Area get cancelled. So this formula, this is what number density and area format. You can also write N by L. This is called number of the electrons per unit length into what? E into what? VD. You have rearranged this formula because area is not given to you and density not given. What is given? Number of the electrons per unit length is given to you. Okay. So that we have to use here. That's your answer now. So I is equal to what? Number. How many number given? 2 into 10 power what? 21 divided by length. How much length given? 10 mm, 10 millimeter, right now. 10 into 10 power minus 3 meter into charge of each electron, we know 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. Drift velocity is already given to you 0.25 millimeter. So watch carefully. 0.25 millimeter means 10 power minus 3, right, per second. So you can simplify this. Okay, this power goes here, right? Okay, so watch with this 10 power 1 is there, it goes up, becomes minus 1, minus 1, minus 20, 90, that becomes minus 20. It goes from here. Okay, 1 power remaining here, you can remove decimal here, you can remove from here. Okay, so 2 into 16 is what? 32 into what? 0.5 means 1 by 4 means what? Becomes what? 8 ampere. That's all. Okay. Okay, look at the next questions. At what temperature the resistance of wire will be 3 times of its resistance at 0 degree Celsius? Alpha is given. Similar question we have done already, like this way only here. So RT is equal to what? R naught 1 plus alpha into del T. Correct na? Yes. So actually I wrote this question short. They will say properly that this is what? A conductor. When I am writing this formula, okay, you can write negative also if they say what? Semiconductor. Or if they're not saying words, still you should understand. They said at what temperature resistance will be 3 times of the initial, means resistance is what? Increasing. Means they're talking about what? This formula, right now? Yes. Okay, so this resistance is given 3 times of the initial. So you call that R naught. Then this is given 3 times of R naught, obviously 1 plus alpha into what? Del T. This get cancelled. 3 is equal to 1 plus alpha del T. So alpha plus del T is what? 2. We have to find del T, that becomes 2 upon alpha. Alpha is given 4 into 10 power what? Minus 3, right? Okay, this becomes 2. 1 by 2000 means what? 500 degrees Celsius. This is the temperature you have to change in order to make the resistance 3 times of the initial. Okay. Okay, these were some questions based on the first basic part of this chapter, current and drift velocity. Okay, I think I not missed anything from basics. Still I want to tell you, like here I said when you're talking good metals and this conductor, okay, metals, okay, conductor and this thing, you say temperature is increased, resistance is what? Increased. We have learned this, right? Yes. Suppose you do opposite, your temperature you reduce, right? Resistance will what? Reduce. Conductors I am talking and good metal I am talking. Temperature increase, resistance will increase. If temperature reduce, resistance will also reduce. Yes, reduce. So what happens if you keep reducing the temperature, then at some temperature resistance becomes what? 0. That time this metal or your conductor, they behave like a superconductor which has what? 0 resistance. Okay. Yes, so if you cool down to some temperature so that the resistance becomes 0, so that temperature is called critical temperature, and at that temperature your conductor become what? A superconductor. Okay, so there is no opposition now. Once you set in motion these electrons, they keep moving even you don't supply what? Extra energy. Okay. Yes. Okay. Apart from this, one small thing I have forget to discuss with you, that was this, that this carbon resistor, so that I can start the next topic in next lecture properly. So carbon resistor I can discuss with you. It's a very simple topic, already you know. So let me write it here. Carbon resistor, right? Also called color coding something, right? The resistance that we buy it from market, they are packed inside a packing and they put some color strips on them. So using this color strip we can identify the resistance of that resistance, right? So this already know that there is a trick to remember that, all of you know, that's called BB Roy of Great Britain, right now, had a very good wife, right? This sentence already remember. I remember all this color coding. Still, I'm telling you. Okay, ji. Start from 0 to 9. Okay, first color. This color is called what? Black. It has value of what? 0. Brown has value of 1. Red has value of 2. Orange. All these things, let's write it very quickly. 3. Yellow, value of 4. G means green, value of 5. B means blue, value of what? 6. V means violet, has value of 7. G means green, has value of 8. And white has value of what? 9. These colors you know, right? Now, so generally every resistance they have 4 strips, right? So 3 strips has these colors which tell you the value of the resistance, and 4th strip has 3 special colors. Hope you remember. They tell you what? Error, right? No. So any carbon resistor you have like this type. Okay, ji. 3 color strips are here. Okay, ji. Let's give the name A, B and C. These are 3 color strip, and 4th color strip will be here. So 4th color, that D strip is 3 possibilities we have. Okay, these 3 strips A, B, C, they tell you resistance value, right? What they tell you? Resistance value. And the 4th strip, this tell you what? Error, or you also call it what? Tolerance. Tolerance in that resistance or error in that resistance, right? Now, so how you write resistance of anything? You write resistance is equal to what? Just like there is formula AB into 10 power C plus minus D percentage. Simple formula to remember this, right? AB, what is the color of first strip, second strip? Put them together, don't multiply. Suppose these two are red and red. Red and red means you say number like 2. So it's not 2 into 2, not 4. It's what? 2 and 2 means 22. Okay, suppose A and B color, I am saying red, right now, then is 22 into 10 power what? C. Suppose C color is your orange color, means 3. So 10 power 3 is the power. And D is what? Your error. For D strip error we have 3 colors only, right? Everybody know them. Is called as gold color, then is what? 5%. If silver color, then error is called 10%. Or is type no color. No color is given, then error is what? Oh, no color means what? 20% the error. So 4th strip tell you what? Error. So hope you understand this formula, how to write resistance of any given thing. Let's do a quick practice here. Okay, so suppose some color, I am telling color order is given like this way. Okay, they said they had what color? Let's say blue, okay, and yellow, then red, and what? Gold. Suppose these are the 4 colors given to you. I am asking that what is the resistance value of the given resistance. Okay, so blue, where is blue? So blue, where did blue go on? So blue is here. Blue means what? Number 6. So what is formula of that? You this formula writing AB into 10 power C plus minus D percent. Okay, A means what strip? Blue strip. That number is what? 6. Okay, 6. Yellow, where is yellow? Yellow is here, means what? 4. So it becomes now 64, not 6 into 4. They are not multiplying. Put them together. 6 and 4 means 64 into 10 power C. Red color. Red color has what? 2. So this is what? 2 plus minus D is what? Gold. Gold has what? 5% error. So this is ohm is the your answer, right? This value in ohm, right? That's your resistance of the your given carbon resistor, right? So this is very simple. They never asked in the exam, still is here. Okay, so this is your first part is over now, and now next lecture I will start the combination of the resistances series and parallel, and we have to solve the circuits. Okay, thank you so much. If you have any doubt, please put your comment there, or if I have done some mistake in calculations, always put in the comment. Okay, thank you.